Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Post Market Report, sponsored by Delta.exchange. Coming weekend, so I'm having a workshop in Bengaluru. I'm just returning to Chennai tomorrow only. So just only one day rest, then I'll be traveling to Bengaluru. So there are few seats left for the workshop. So those who are interested can contact our office. What a fall. In fact, for the last 1 to 2 weeks, the global markets have been very, very bad. Nothing was going in favor of India. Our currency was depreciating. US dollar bond yield is rising. FIIs were selling continuously. Crude prices keep going higher. So, in fact, everything was against India, but markets kept on moving non-stop, almost 100 point every day. In 10 days, Nifty shot up 1000 point. Now what happens? In just one day, 25% of them have fallen. One of my friends used to give a good analogy. There is a cricket match in a stadium and slowly people come. So 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people come at a time. So stadium is filled with about 50,000 people. And if there is suddenly there's a scare, there's a bomb, a scare, then everybody will be rushing together at the same time. That will lead to stampede. So the same thing, markets going up, up, up every day, 100 point. The people slowly kept on taking positions. And then when one bad news comes, and then everybody want to exit at the same time and creating the stampede. So that is what exactly happened today. In the morning, some business channels were telling the HDFC Bank may be under pressure because over the weekend, so they said that their net interest margin will be lower. So with an investor meet. But actually, this is nothing new. In fact, the same news came, if I'm not wrong, about 1 week, 10 days before. And because the markets were bullish, so that was factored in already. So even after that news, HDFC Bank continued to move higher. And I always tell the local holidays are not good for stock markets. And Tuesday was a local holiday. When I say local holiday, it's an Indian holiday, not international holiday. So when this happens, 2 days of fall in US have to be factored in together. On top of which, probably this HDFC Bank news may be a motivated news, and because some people, wanted to hammer the market, and because number one, this news is not a new news, so it was known already, and number two, HDFC Bank is trading with the lowest valuation over a period of last many years. So there is no reason for this kind of panic in that particular stock. However, so the panic was created, and today everything coincided. One day of local holiday, then Bank Nifty expiry, and on top of which today morning, I think NSE there was some glitch. So the pre-market rates were not updating. So 9 o'clock, it fell about 250 point, and then at 9:07 only, so that got updated. So a perfect day for panic. And, so those position sellers, they had to run for cover. And usually many position sellers, they do straddle, strangle, when 400, 500 point gap down. So that will lead to a big problem. But however, last Friday, people have sold only call options. And because, as I said in the pre-market report, the calls were written aggressively from 46,000 to 46,500 in Bank Nifty. So probably it was done by some well-informed people. So probably. And today, Europe opened higher slightly. US futures also recovered. But despite that, our market did not recover. In fact, it came under more selling pressure. And for first half of the day, Nifty was defending Nifty future. Bulls were defending the Nifty future at 20,000, but then that was broken. Then it fell another 60, 70 point. Then close to the end, there was some recovery, and Bank Nifty recovered about 150 point in last 30 minutes. So what next? Number one, our market was overbought, and for no reason, Nifty shot up 1,000 points in 10, 11 trading sessions, and now we are aligning with the global cues. Number two, some bad news came that has been factored in already, but very funny, the Reliance Industries has been falling, and HDFC Bank falling, one can understand. The banks falling is okay, but why Reliance has to fall so much? Because higher crude prices is actually good for them, and probably the government may come out with windfall tax, so that may be a fear. So whatever it is, some bad news came, markets fell, so it has been factored in. So what next? And number three, today is a very, very important day in US, the Fed meeting and the Fed chairman's speech thereafter. So that is going to decide our market tomorrow and after tomorrow. I told you already, so this particular week is going to be very, very choppy, very, very difficult to maneuver. So once this week is over, so things may settle down. And 1,000-point rise in 10 days and just one day, 25% of that was wiped out. So let us hope markets stabilize somewhere here. And looking at the open interest, the 20,000 call, 20,050 call, 20,100 call, all have been written very aggressively. So, but I don't think these people will lose, because, tomorrow, even if there is a 50, 60 point gap up, so these prices will be trading at a lower price because of a time value. But in today, if there is any positive surprise in Fed meeting or Fed chairman's comment, if US market come under a severe short covering, then the story may be different here tomorrow. So anyway, tomorrow we will see tomorrow morning. Now it's very difficult to discuss. Now, to add fuel to the fire, so this Canadian tension is increasing. Today morning I said, so it's okay, not so bad. But the later I heard that Canada has issued travel advisory to the Canadian citizens, and then India has issued travel advisory to Indian citizens. So this tug of war is going one step ahead. But let us hope sooner or later things subside. So in a heat of a moment, this kind of thing happens. But after a few days, everybody will forget. I'm talking about both Indian as well as Canadian governments. So it's not good. In Canadian pension fund is one of the largest FIIs in India. So if they start selling some of their shares, it is going to be very, very bad. But it's not always one side. So whenever something happens between two countries, so the loss will be for both the countries. How many of you know that Thor Dal being distributed through public distribution system in India, in many states, they are actually not Thor Dal from India, they are imported from Canada. So it's a Canadian lentil actually. So I do not know how many states, but I'm sure in Tamil Nadu, the public distribution system, so they give Thor Dal, that is Canadian lentil. So that's just a side story, interesting story. And lots and lots of people go to Canada to settle down. Most of them are Punjabis, but people across India also, so they are going there to study and to settle down. Yes, that's a very good country, climate-wise, so on many aspects. So let us hope this geopolitical tension subsides over a period of the next few days. So Parliament session also interesting. So I have not seen the update today. Maybe tomorrow and after tomorrow. So if things settle down, so maybe Monday onwards we can expect a normal market. But tomorrow also is going to be either a gap up or gap down, depending upon where the US markets goes. So hope you enjoyed listening to this audio. Thank you for listening.